Well, hello everybody, I'm JayLeonardJ. Today we are checking out the Keeley Custom 12 by Supro Amplification. So what we have on the bench today is the Keeley Custom 12 by Supro Amps. It is a collaboration between Supro and Robert Keeley, which is a pedal maker, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life. And what they wanted to do was create an amp that had the heart of a Supro, had the characteristic tone, the feel of it, but put it together in a package that is very, very friendly for your pedal boards. It can take pedals very, very well. And I think they did just that. To go with that design aesthetic, they put an effects loop on the top of the amp so it's easy to patch in your pedals post preamp, and also the actual circuit path is a lot cleaner. There's no reverb, no tremolo, no gimmicks and gizmos in there, just pure unadulterated tone, and you let your pedals shape that tone from there. Wonderful stuff. Master volume, you can be as loud as you want or as quiet as you need to be, and the version I have today features a 12-inch Celestion cream back speaker, 6v6 tubes, Class A, and it's very, very light. There's a lot of check marks being checked right now, so let's go see exactly what it sounds like. I got myself a Fender Telecaster with my J.M.A tone-specific signature pickups and Stringjoy strings, and let's just patch this thing in, make some noise. All right, so we are wired up and ready to go. You can tell that I actually disconnected the head from the cabinet just so I could get a little bit easier access to it while I'm doing this video. Volume, treble, bass, master. In the effects loop, I have the Keeley Hydra, which is a reverb and tremolo pedal, which I'll keep off right now. Let's just hear what the EQ knobs do. I'm at about 9 o'clock in the volume, full up on the master. This is noon. Let's see that. Let's hear the range. That's a good spot treble. Let's crank it up a little bit. Let's turn on the reverb. Oh man, I didn't even put any gain on there. That's just pure amp distortion. And it does take fuzz as well. Let's go down a little bit again. And let's turn on a fuzz and see if we can handle that. So you can tell it doesn't fall apart. It keeps everything all together when you're cranking it, even with very, very finicky fuzzes. That one's the Starlight by Crazy Tube Circuits, one of my personal favorites. Now let's go talk about effects loop. Why should I put something in an effects loop, especially something like my reverb or delays and stuff? It really comes down to how your modulations and your time-based effects handle distortion. I'll show you what I mean. So right now, I have a reverb pedal plugged in the front. So my guitar is going into a reverb pedal coming into the amp. And check this out. When I'm at a low volume, you could actually hear it kind of like going away, and it's nice and gentle. As I turn up the volume, you'll notice that the reverb becomes more intense, more distorted, and a little bit nastier. Hear that? That more clangy down low. It's very different character. So pretty much when you have a reverb or delay in front of your amp, depending on how loud your amp is, how much you're distorting it, you might have to change settings when you start playing around with it. With the reverb and the effects loop, it's different because when I have the amount of reverb and the tone of the reverb low volume, when I go up, it's gonna stay pretty much the same. You see how it doesn't get more intense and it doesn't get crazier? It's just more consistent and more dependable. Now, obviously, there's pros and cons of both systems. You know, you can definitely play with that. But if you want your, modulations and your reverbs and your delays to remain really, really clean, that's the way to go. Oh, I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. Let's play with the touch harmonics now. Here's the volume at about 3. Here's 6. All the way up. And that is the Keeley Custom 12 by Supro Amplification. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. Check out the links in the description below. Really does help the page. And if you want to read my review or hear my review on the Custom 12, please check it out on Patreon. I do all my reviews funded by the Patreon supporters on Patreon, and all my demos are done here on YouTube. My question for the subscribers today is, when you're looking for an amp, do you want an amp that takes pedals very, very well, that's very chameleon-like and can really mold itself to what you're gonna throw at it? Or are you an amp guitar straight in, you don't need any effects, so you want your amp to have all the character and all the channel switching and all of that stuff? Please write it in the comment section below. That being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.